Hey, what's up, Oso? Ooh, what's going on, brother? How did everything go for you this weekend? You get back home yet? Or are you still where you're at? It's okay. I mean, I just got on. I just got on. But if it's only a twosome, it's only a twosome. I don't care. It don't matter to me. Whether it's 30,000 or three, I'm here. I was a good boy last night. Only had a few beers. I had to play my. I had a little bit to eat. Yeah, I understand. It was tough for me too. I drove 2.5 hours up, and spent all day yesterday, and then 2.5 hours back. But it was okay. It was fun. We had a good time. Jeremy and Megan were absolutely thrilled and happy. I did it the non-traditional way. It was pretty responsive. I'm sure some people didn't know how to take it because they never seen it, but I can tell you this: they will never forget it. I tell them most people, when you go to a wedding, it's all the same. They do the same thing. It's like it's not memorable. Always make it memorable. Yes, they did stream it, but unfortunately, if you go to Partridge Family Prospecting, Jeremy's channel, it didn't come out as it didn't come out that great. I mean, you can hear my words that I was saying, but it was very blotchy. I think it's probably because of the internet connection over there. It really, I mean, it didn't come out as great as it should have. I I did a pre-wedding intro, um, and the reason why I did it, I just had this feeling I needed to do it, so I did it, and mine came out great. Of course, mine was really short. His was like an hour and some minutes long, so I don't know what went wrong, but they did stream the wedding. I don't know if he did anything at the reception. So I was just talking with Skippy, right? That comes to the channel every so often. I had a beer with Skippy and his girlfriend, and then a couple other friends of Jeremy's. The party people always seem to find me, or I find them somehow. I don't know, but it was a great time. We had a good time. Um, I enjoyed it. They enjoyed it. They had a great time. One thing that I did do, and I didn't get a chance to tell you because it was a last minute thing. Because we up until this point today, uh, I took all of the proceeds that had already made, you know, all the profits, and Mary and I had talked about it, and we put them all in a big box, and we gave it to them for Christmas. So, I mean, I downloaded them. Huge box, stuck it in his truck, told him it was there. He wasn't expecting it. He didn't really know what to think, but I just wanted to do something nice and make sure that, you know, this stuff got this stuff to this point, not knowing what's going to happen from now until, December. I wanted to make sure that one of our friends got some stuff. And, I know they're moving and there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of money going out and not a lot coming in. So I just something was on my heart to do it. Now, you know how I am. I'm like you. I just do it, you know? So gave him that. I gave him a big box of stuff for um, the wedding present and then the clock. So they really got downloaded from all of us. I mean, I just did it, you know? You know how I am. I'm like you, I just do it. So I had to actually keep one of the boxes in the car because they wouldn't have had enough room to sit anybody in the back seat of his truck. So, I just, how I am. You know how I am. I just do what I do. And I have no regrets when I do it for a friend. So, and good people that deserve the help. So I had a great time. That drive home, because I don't drive a lot at night anymore, Man, darkness, man. It's when they shine their beams on the backside of you in your rear view mirror that really gets me. Oh, did you hear what I just said? Or did you catch what I just said? Tell me what you just heard so I know that you caught what I said. Hold on. Oh, okay. Not all of it. I said all the proceeds that we made, all of the money I made up above what I pay for items. Me and Mary got a bunch of stuff and we put it in a huge box and we gave it to Partridge Family Prospecting and Megan and the kids for Christmas because we really haven't made a whole lot, and not knowing what's going to happen from now until December, I wanted to make sure a family, everybody knows, got a big box of stuff because, I really don't have the money to do like I did last year and the year before because a lot of people haven't stopped by to purchase stuff. So, but if we do well from, this month, then I'll do the same thing. I'll do what we can and give to who we can, and that'll be that. You got to do what you got to do. So I did that, and then I gave a big box of stuff from all of us for the wedding present, and then the clock. So they got a lot of stuff. you know. No, I didn't. I didn't do a usual uh, a wedding. You know how I am. I just do things the way I feel good to do it. That's just it. I don't care what people say. Never have. I know, probably 6 or 7 different ways to marry people, but it had to be personal. It had to be me. It had to be for them. And I think it came out really good. I don't like it when pastors always try to talk over people. Talk above like they're a higher intellect than everybody else in the room. I don't like to do that. What we know personally, well, that's a little different. I mean, you know, you got the titles, big deal. Those that like titles and doctorates and all that stuff on the wall, hey, I'll tell them I got it. Well, check me out. Whatever. I do what I do. Don't judge me anyway. I don't like to be judged. I don't judge people. So, and I made it meaningful, and that's all that really matters. Met a lot of people. That was cool. And actually, a couple people came up to me and said, "You know what? If I decide to get married, you wouldn't mind doing it, would you?" I said, "Nah, I'll do it for you. What you gotta do is let me know ahead of time. Make it so that gas prices ain't so high that I can't afford to drive there." I'm going to get the celebrant license. Already doing funerals. Figured why not? I could have done that. I could have just licensed you as a minister. That's easy. If you don't care what denomination, non-denominational, I could have done that for you. That's easy. Being a pastor is different, though. Being a licensed minister or having ordination, you can get them. It's just what goes behind it, being a pastor. I mean, you can become ordained anywhere. It's the years of experience that go behind it. I think you'd be fine with it. Just don't get cocky. No, it's you don't you, you don't have to do all that. I'll tell you privately, and we can get you your own ordination. Doesn't matter. You're a good enough guy. I mean, you know enough about God and Christianity. You know, look, if you have a calling to do that, and you think that that's your calling for a specific reason, then who am I or anybody else to judge that? Right? I mean, I know people who I think would be great ministers, but they're just scared. They're nervous. And some of them that are ministers that probably shouldn't be ministers. Yeah, Jesus fella. Look, if he's putting it on your heart to get it, get it. It's easy. It's not. Look, if you're doing it for all the right reasons, which I know you would be, then what's the big deal? Do it. You want me to help you get your license? That's not a problem. We can do that. That's simple. The rest of it, you'll learn along the way. And I think you have all the basics that you need. The other stuff comes with time, and you know people. You work with people like I work with people. Just your end of it's a little bit different. So if you're going to have a ministry that is more oriented towards the final respects to loved ones and people, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I do the living, the dead, the in between, the baptisms. You don't have to be. You can be a specific type of minister. You not all ordained ministers are pastors. Not all ordained ministers are evangelists. Some are both. Some are just how do I want to say it? Some just do it for a job to make money. There's all kinds of ministers. So, but I know that you'd be a good minister, and I know you do it from your heart. That I do know. And I know that you wouldn't step beyond your bounds of what you knew that you could do, right? And you do what God's called you to do. So there's nothing wrong with that. Do what you got to do, brother. I'm behind you. That's really, in a nutshell. So we'll talk about it, and I'll tell you how to do it, and we'll get you all set up. That's real. But there's other things that go with it, and you can always ask me, well, what do you think? How would you do it? Knowing you, I'd tell you what would work best for, your charismatic presentation. There's hard things that we both face every day, right? I mean, you face some hard times. The financial burdens at your end of the, spectrum. Um, how to console with loved ones. It takes special people to do what we do. And I think, I was a minister. I was actually a licensed minister. It's different, being licensed minister and being an ordained minister are two different things. They do different things. A licensed minister is generally licensed under, a pastor, an ordained minister. Ordained ministers can license ministers, but they can also help to get them ordained. Now, some churches require your ordination to be under their canopy. So, like American Baptist, you could be a licensed minister and preach in any church. as a licensed minister, you can also be ordained by the church, right? And then after so many years, your ordination can come from the American Baptist Association. It doesn't always require you to have a bachelor's degree of science or a master's degree in religion, or in Christianity, or in biblical studies. It doesn't. That's stuff that you learn along the way. So, well, Rabbi, that's Jesus was called Rabbi or Rabboni, right? I try to never put myself up there. You know what I mean? I'm not Jesus. I'm not God. And being a pastor is teaching history. I know you like history, right? So, hey, it's cool. So it really matters, right? Something's calling you to do it, so do it. That's what I say. And then when we stream, we can do it like, 2 ministers in a bucket. Truck it. I don't know. It don't matter. I think, here's the thing. There are a lot of ministers in the world. There's a lot of ordained ministers. Some people just get, because you can get ordained without having education. And some of them just do it to do marriages. They're doing it for a money thing, or maybe they're just doing it for their family, But me, on the other hand, I got called to do it. It's different. I grew up in churches, and I grew up learning about different types of religion and religious aspects in the history. And, I learned a lot of things and forgot a lot of things, and that's why it's always good to go back to the Bible and reference things and to the Quran and learn things what happened, from their perspective, or the Torah, or whichever you're trying to explore. Being a good pastor takes being a friend and loving your people, and sometimes being hard on them. A lot of people just, they take it the wrong way. But for the people who do it the right way, look, and there is a right way. And the right way is you got to always love them and be their friend, be real. Don't be judgmental. Don't point your finger at them. Try to always tell the truth, I mean, sometimes you got to hint around the edge of it a little bit to try to explore new horizons, because not everybody's so easy to get to, I'm not saying tell a lie, but sometimes you got to tell the story to get to the truth, so people understand the truth. Doesn't mean you're telling them a lie, though. I think people misconstrued that sometimes. You'll be fine. So what's going on? Yeah, I figured probably not a lot of people would be on. I was only going to put up a few things anyways. You want to buy a dime book? I got a cake. Oh yeah, she made me a cake. Megan made me a carrot cake for my birthday. I had a slice earlier. It's pretty good. That's probably pretty much it. Do I have any pennies? I got a few. Let's see. I've got these two, and I got this, and I got a rainbow. So I've got a set from 1909 to 1915 Philadelphia's. And then I got a graded VF30 1952 from ANAC. And then I have an MS64 red 1954D. I'll show them to you. Take a peek and see what I got. Yeah, put them under the scope for you to check out. Hold on 1 second. All right, so this camera over here so you can better see it. I don't know what's going on with these things. I'm going to get a white background. So this is an ANAC graded. It's probably a higher grade than what they put on there. Let me try to. Yeah. So the 1952, very fine 30. And then here's the back. That's the 1952. Here's a nice one. Now this one come out of the collection of some that I got from that gentleman a long time ago. This is 1954D MS64 red. Hey, that's nice. I don't know. I think they kind of minimally graded it. I think it's a 65, but it might have did that because it had that tone spot there, but it's a nice coin. It's at least that. And there's that one. And then I'll show you. And the other one is just a strip of 1909 to 1915 Philadelphia. So I'll whip out of the bag for you. So this one here is kind of rainbow toned. This is a 1909P. And then this one here is a 1910P. And then this one here is kind of a special one. This is a rainbow. But this one here has a die crack and a cud. Kind of hard to show it. Let me see if I can turn this light on here. I don't know if it'll do any better, but. There we go. This one here's got a die crack and a cut on it. Somewhere. You'd have to. It's on the front. And then this one here is a 1912P. Good to very good. 1913P. 1914P. And 1915P. And there's a cut over the 5 on this one. I'd have to take it out. But these are kind of rainbowy, if you look. And that's it. So I've got, and then I got one more that's in a paper somewhere. I don't know what the heck I did with it, but that's what I got for pennies. Let me SB. What do you mean SB? Sorry, my brain's a little. What do you mean SB, bro? I got something else that's really nice. I don't know if you got one of these. You wasn't here for this, for the auction. So I'll show you this set. So I picked this set. I actually picked up 2 from the guy. I paid $25 a set. and these are nice. And it's a 1979 S mint mark clad proof set, 6 coins, and he believes they're at least proof 63. And I'd say they're probably higher grade than that. They're really beautiful. I'll show them to you. Yeah, super, super nice. You got the Susan B. They are just really, really nice. They got decam. You can see the decams in them. Just really, really, really super nice. That's why I got them, because some of them they get all milky. And that penny, that's a really super nice penny. They are worth grading. They're probably worth more out of the package, probably graded individually. But I got one in mine, and they're both pretty much the same. Neither one of them, one was better than the other. They're just beautiful. So I picked them both up. Oh, there's really nobody to bid. So you can just make me an offer for all of them privately, and you can have it all. Make me an offer, and they're yours. That's because you're an early bird, So you can just make me an offer privately. Just send me a message, and we're good. Okay? There's other stuff to auction that I have, but this here, I just, whatever you want to give me for it, you can just give me for it, right? Now, I told you that, well, I told you that I was doing the dimes, but one thing that I'm going to sell is there's 250 dimes in here. There's 250 of them in this book. And, they're mercury dimes, or wing dimes, they call them. And then, so there's there's a mixture of dimes, different years, so. And some of them super nice. There's 250 of them. So I want to get rid of these. They've been hanging around for a while. And so I'm going to sell those. I'm not going to auction them. I'm just going to sell them. If I don't sell them here, I'm going to sell them for a lot more somewhere else. But I'd rather sell them here, and that way I know somebody else has them for what I paid for them. And if you're interested in them, I'll tell you what their price is too. I'm just going to sell them for what I paid for them. Be done with it. Because I would really, it's my birthday, and I would really like to buy these 2 coins I've been looking at. That's why I want to just get rid of them for what I paid for them, because there's something that I want to buy for myself that I really, and I need it for my collection. So, because I'm on the dime trip and the $50 trip too, and I'm trying to get those completed, which is not going to be easy, but I have to do it, set by set, because I've got the seeded dimes, the Bobber dimes. The Bobber dimes are almost completed. I think I need like 7 of them. And mercury dimes, I almost got all of them. I don't know. I think I got 11. I'm missing maybe. And then I got one of everything though. But I think but I'm doing the same thing in the halves. The seeded halves, man, they're gonna kill me. But so that'll take me a while to do the seeded halves. So I figured if I can, I'm not gonna sit on this stuff forever, because yeah. dimes are cool when you start looking at them. With me, it's like this. I love Morgans like you love pennies, right? And I probably got, I got a lot of pennies, but if I was going to get rid of them, there would only be you that I would get rid of all the pennies. But I'm coming to this point in my life where I think I might just send you the pennies. And then on a private note, you know what I mean? And I'm going to try to do what I can, and you can help me with what I'm trying to complete. Because I'm not trying to complete all of the mint marks. I'm just trying to get all the dates. You know what I mean? On the dimes, the quarters, and the halves, just to have the date sets. Because what I want to do is make a nice case, and maybe what I'll end up doing is going to, maybe some schools, and then show the kids, different dimes and stuff. Maybe some of them haven't even seen it. Give them a little explanation of the dimes and the halves and the quarters and the Morgans, and let them get experience to it. I think that would be kind of cool. So I'd like to do it before I get too old to where I don't feel like going to, out to the schools and stuff like that. So yeah, that's fine. As a matter of fact, you remember Skippy from the channel? You know what he did? All except for one coin that I signed for him, and I actually gave him a coin too. He gave me the coins back. You imagine that? He bought them and gave them back to me. Which, he's the only guy. I was like, the only one that's ever done that. Kind of blew my mind. Yeah. Wow. So, he's, he's a nice guy. I sat down and talked with him. He's quite the guy. Him and his girlfriend. Really nice people. Yeah. And kind of like us, And he likes, funny thing is he's got his own wood shop and stuff like that. He's set up and he's doing things too. And, he's kind of like us, always creative and doing things, He does it from his heart, you know. When you sit down for a while with people, you learn more about them, you know what I mean? Rather than, just talking to them on a screen. You learn about them, And just because you see them on YouTube or you talk to them doesn't mean they're the same people in real life, But these guys are. So it's kind of cool. So I was a little humbled by that. Which I have them, which, he asked me to resell them and make some money for what we're doing for charity. So I thought that was cool. Selflessness, right? I mean, that's selflessness right there. I don't need this stuff. I care more about what you're doing rather than the money itself. And that, humbling. And the funny thing is, we were talking and I'm like, man, hardly anybody coming out to the auctions. It's kind of weird, But then I told you, remember? I said, God will figure it out. I don't have to worry about it. I don't sit around and worry like other people. God will figure it out. If he likes what I'm doing, he wants me to continue doing it, he'll figure it out for me. I do not have to worry about it. People open up their heart and it will happen. I just know that. I know how he works. Because I've learned in my life, if you're always worried about it, then you're not putting your trust in him. And if you don't have it right away, it's because you haven't earned it right away. You don't deserve it right away. You're not there yet. You got to be patient. Really. And it's tough sometimes, I'll tell you, because, I have to fight off the worry part of it. But I did something a little different. Like I was telling you, I did something a little different. I said, well, I'm going to make sure that at least some of our, good friends get something good out of what we've already done. And then I got to start fresh tonight. And of course, it's my birthday, and I know this is what it is, but I got this month to do it. And either I do something good and be able to get a bunch of stuff together, or it just won't happen. But at least we got somebody something, and that's, and that to me made me happy. It's not all loss, right? But I haven't given up any hope. So. We'll see. We will see. I still got my clocks. So hopefully somebody buys a clock or two. That'd be nice. All them hours I put into it. I put in some hours, bro. We got rid of one kitten today, or my brother got rid of one of the kittens today. Two older couple, so they're happy. That was cool. What else? I got something really cool, a really cool penny. But it's expensive. It's the only one I got. It's expensive, bro. I'm not even lying to you, man. I'll show you. You ready? Check this out. I know you don't have this. For a fact. No, because not me. But look at this. Check this out. 1787. It's a colonial coin. These are hard to come by. It's got all the numbers from Miller, 3.16, C5, R4. Looked at it through a microscope. They're $195 for that coin. Imagine that. But they're super rare, and I know these are going up in price. What's up? What's up, Jack? So that's something for you to think about. Like I said, I'm not a penny collector, but this one here is really rare, These are rare. These are not, this is not like getting any other penny. This is like a rare penny, rare penny. And it would be kind of cool if you could send this in and actually have it put in, or I could put in encapsulate it for you too, because it's so big. I mean, look at the size difference between that and that. I mean, that's a big difference. But that's a really good penny. But that's what I paid for it. So if you want it, you can have it. That's what I paid. So I just usually have it sitting over there, looking at it, because I thought it was really cool. So, what is this? Oh, here's a 2-cent coin. I don't know if you ever seen one of these. Okay, I'll show you this 2-cent coin. I don't know if you ever seen one. I didn't even know I had one down here, to be honest with you. But here's a 2-cent coin. Check this out. 1866 2-cent coin. You can actually see that pretty good, can't you? Wow. This is a 2-cent coin. It's about I say it's about good. I don't know too much about how to grade these older pennies. It's kind of hard, you know. So, hey, what's up, Danny? So, I think I only paid. Oh, I paid $28 for it. I don't know when I paid that either, but so that's kind of cool. I don't know if you're interested in that, but that's kind of something cool I had hanging around. As far as pennies is concerned, anyway. I got a flying eagle, but your pockets ain't deep enough there, Jack. Some things you just don't bring to the channel because there's not a whole lot of people that, you know, want to go deep. I mean, I got thousands of dollars worth of coins, but, I just don't think that that's practical to do on my channel. And I really believe when you're spending thousands of dollars on a coin, I think that it needs to be in a PCGS holder or an NGC holder. And here's my reason for that. They guarantee the grade. And if something was to happen to you and your family was having to, sell your estate, they don't have that. There's no playing around. You can have, an estimated value on it, and a letter. There's something to go with it. So it'd be easier for them to be able to sell certain coins like that. So. Oh, Flying Eagle. Oh, which one? This one? This is a 2-cent coin. That's a shield. Well, these pennies here, they call them shield pennies too, but they're actually 2-cent pennies. But the Flying Eagle is different. I don't have any down here. They're upstairs in my safe. So, and I don't sell them anyway. They're my babies. So. It's possible. People say don't play with your bunghole, but you know what a bunghole is? It's what was on the side of an actual beer barrel or whiskey barrel, right? And I think oil barrels they called it too. That's where you took the cork out and you shoved the thing in to let the fluid out. That's called the bunghole. And you know what? For many years, I didn't know that's what a bunghole was. I thought a bunghole was your butthole, right? And then one day years ago, somebody says, "Yeah, I think I got it stuck in the old bunghole," and I'm like, "He constipated or something?" He looked at me weird, right? And I was like, he's like, "No, the barrel." I said, "What about the barrel? The bunghole in the barrel?" And I was just all weird about it, you know? And he says, "No, it's really called a bunghole." I was like, "Okay, whatever." I said, "I always thought a bunghole was your butthole," but and he laughed. He thought it was funny. Oh my god! So you you kind of figure it out after a while, man. Danny, you can't fire me. You can't. It takes the act of Congress literally to fire me. Just let you know. I got letters from the president. Oh my god. Look, I either tell you the true stories or I don't tell you any stories. Okay, so they're a little messed up, whatever. Hey, I'm 55 years old today. By God. 55. You imagine that? I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think I got another 55 in me. I think the pearly gates will be calling me before then. Double nickel. That's right. Double nickel. Yep. That's why I was trying to sell the dimes. I can go buy some other coins. Say I'm 55, man. Oh my God, I gotta get this done. I'm dragging my ass. It's tough. I put stuff away and I forget what I haven't finished in it, and, thank God that I'm far enough along in some of these collections, I'll tell you, because I really don't know what I do. I'd probably be pulling my hair out. Reached a new milestone. I'm down to 180 pounds. Got 15 to go. Happy birthday now, senior isn't just because your son has your name. No, oh, thanks. Appreciate it, Danny. If we wasn't live, I'd tell you number one. 180. What are you doing? Coke, crack? What are you doing? Huffing? Because I know you wasn't running. Well, maybe you was. What do you want, a keto diet or something? How the hell did you lose all that? I lost a lot of weight too. I'm down. Well, I'm down. I think it was 192 last time I checked. I kind of go 5 pounds up and 5 pounds down. Winter is really bad because I don't have the same activities in the winter time as I do in the spring and the summer and the fall. So, yeah. Look, I think is just as long as you can get to a reasonable weight, stay active, and watch your heart. That's what's important. I think, what's that old saying? If you don't use it, you lose it. Nope. Eating healthy and quit drinking all the doctor. I, I'm 272 and need to drop pounds big time. Here's the thing. I could tell you how to do it, but it ain't going to be easy for you. I know it, brother. I just know it's not going to be easy. But when you do it, you will feel better. I know you will. And it's as easy as, if you eat little meals, right? And, healthy, like and you can have some ranch dressing or some, something else to give it a little taste. Eat like little baby carrots and celery sticks and things like that. And instead of gulping the cheese on there, just put a little bit of cheese or a little bit of peanut butter on there. Okay? And you can still have sweets. You just don't eat sweets all the time. And don't eat before you go to bed. Give yourself about an hour or so before you decide to go to bed. Don't drink a lot of soda because soda really bad. I don't hardly ever drink soda. Very rarely do I drink soda. Now I drink vitamin water and that has sugar in it, but it doesn't have as much sugar as, sodas and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And that's good. I'm glad that you're losing the weight. Chris, you know my cousin Chris Ring, right? Well, He used to be a big boy too. And he's really done. He's like, I think he said he was like 160 pounds or something. I can't remember, but he looks really good. He really does. He lost a lot. He went on that meat diet, you know. I mean, he looks really good. But the problem with some of those diets, right, is if you stop them, you'll gain it all back. And sometimes worse. So that's why I tell people when you do it, do something that can sustain you, right? Sustain taking the weight off. Because once you enter into it, you got to stay with it. That's it. So I learned from the Germans when I was over there years ago. I always asked them, I said, well, why do you eat little small meals throughout the day? He goes, oh, your body gets used to it and it boosts your metabolism because it's burning it all the time, constantly burning it. It's like keeping your furnace going. And I was like, I never thought of it that way. And it does work. It does. You can cheat once in a while, but you just can't cheat all the time. You'll be fine. I think look, man, I know you can do it. I know you can. There's no question in my mind. I know you can do it. I know in my heart you can. Strong-minded people can do it. And I don't mean strong-minded in the sense that we think we're better than everybody else. I'm talking about strong-minded and strong-willed to where if I want to get it done, I'm going to get it done. And I think the biggest thing is when you get older, you really got to start thinking about it because of your health. Sometimes we think that, we're invincible, but that's not always the case. So, but you can do it. I know you can. Sometimes, you got to do it for others in your life too. And that's a part of the selflessness too. Is doing it for the others in our life. Yeah, that'll work. I eat a lot of. I don't, unless it's in the food, and once in a while I'll spurring, I'll get fast food or something. But outside of that, I don't put salt on my food. I never have. I mean, I might put a pinch in something if I think it's bitter or if I need to take the bitterness out of it. But you hardly ever see me. I use that no salt stuff because I really like it. But I don't put salt on my food. And the reason why I have to watch its salts is because I have kidney stones. And people say, oh, is that why you stopped drinking pop? No. Soda does not cause kidney stones. I had a urologist tell me that. So don't ever think about that. This came from the horse's mouth. He told me that soda does not cause kidney stones. It can cause a lot of other things, but don't cause that. So I was like, oh, okay. He said, but don't be playing with salt. What's up, John Jacobs? What's up, John Jacobs? John Jacobs. Oh, thank you, John. I appreciate it. Yeah, I had fun. It was fun. At the old church. I enjoyed it. People were great people. I see some of them looking at me thought I was crazy, but that's all right. I wasn't about to tell them that I already knew that. Oh, is Jack leaving? All right. See you, Jack. Take care. Have a good night. Yeah. Yeah, so, I just forgot what the hell I was going to say. Right out the window. And I'm really wondering where Mary is with that coffee because I asked her. Oh, well, I tried ringing the bell one time. She didn't come. So It's like calling for pizza, right? Except you got to call for coffee. Let's see. Oh, it won't let me. What the heck? All I want is a coffee. Let's see. It's winging. It's a winging. Mrs. Dash's Stevenson. Salt free. Yeah, I get mine from Aldi's. It's really good. John Jacobs, that's my brother, Killer Coil. My real brother, like blood. She ain't picking up.
Please leave your message for.
What the heck? I don't know what she's doing. Oh well, guess I ain't getting no coffee. I'd have to go get it myself. Hey, I'll let you guys look at the clock. I'm gonna run upstairs and grab my coffee real quick because she ain't picking up. I'll be right back. Take a look at my clock. All right. Here we go. Coffee. All right. First of many more to come. I made all those clocks, Dan. I didn't know if you knew that, but I built all of these. I built them all. All the clocks. I made them all. I told everybody Grandpa Burdick used to make them, but hey, did you see these? Hey, George, check this. Check this out. Look. Robinson Prospecting made these on his machine. Takes like 2 hours or something like that to make them. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I made a few of them. I think I got a few. 1, 2. I didn't get a whole lot of them made. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to keep one for myself. So I got 8 I'm going to be selling. Yeah. $12 a piece. I figured that's a good fair price, plus whatever shipping is, but it's pretty cool. I'm almost done with 2 of the guitars. I got a couple more weeks probably, and I'll be done with them. It's been trying to relic stuff is tough, man. I'll tell you that. Relicing ain't easy. I don't even know why people do it, but whatever. What is the best way to keyway on output shaft on a small engine? What are you doing? You got a Predator 212 or a Chinese copy, a Honda motor? What are you talking about? If it's a non-keyed or a keyed, can you be a little more explicit, and then I can answer that question? Or do you need a key? You got to make a key, you mean? Still 460 non-keyed output shaft. Take a Dremel tool. If you're going to use it for a like a scooter or something like that, but you got to remember, if you're going to use it for something like a go-kart, you want to run really small wheels, and if you need power, you got to make sure the gear ratio is correct, right? So big sprocket in the back, small sprocket in the front gives you power. A little bit bigger, a little bit small will give you more speed. So you really have to kind of balance that out. That's a game that you'd be playing for a while. But if you're going to key something, okay. If you're going to key it, then get yourself some Dremel tools. But here's the thing: are you going to use a centrifuge clutch? Is that what you're going to use? Like a 12-tooth centrifuge clutch or 10-tooth? I'd probably run a 10-tooth centrifuge clutch, probably a Hillard. I'd buy a Hillard 10-tooth centrifuge clutch because they can take a lot of heat, the Hillards. And then run a bigger rear sprocket, like maybe a 54 tooth, or would be okay. I think a 54 probably. You're going to use a torque converter on it? Oh, okay. Well, then that's a different ratio in itself, because that's still, you got to play with the sprocket that sits on the rear housing for your torque converter. But the front, what you want to do is, if you can't mount it to the motor itself, then you need to figure out some way where your bolts are, right? And make it so that a cage fits around it and is secure from all sides. Make a mounting plate, right? The mounting plate, so that it's all connected around the motor. That way it centers it around the shaft. So you're going to build a steel cage around it. And that way you can mount your Comet torque converter back plate on that. And then when you key it, it's centered in the center of it. And that should work out great for you. And that way, if you needed to change the motor, it's just as easy as taking the screws out, because you want it to be one unit when your torque converter is set in the center. You don't want it to move up and down. So Yeah, that's how I do it. All right. I'm sorry. I was off there. I was off in the. I want to show you guys something. As a matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it before I forget. So I had did a video on a coin, and I'll show you the coin that I did a video on. And I was trying to figure out if somebody, fake toned this coin. I'm going to show you it. Okay? And then I'm going to tell you what I did. So before I show you the coin, I want to explain something. So there's different techniques that you can use to colorize coins. And a lot of people do it, okay, to give you that rainbow effect. But every colorized, to give you that oxidation, but every colorized version of it, right? All you have to do is take that easy. It's called a cleaner for a coin. It brightens your coins up. So if you have a lot of Morgan guys use them before they'll send them in, and I think even the big coin graders do it too. You just dip it in there for like 5 to 7 seconds or whatever, and you pull it out, and it'll clean most of the junk off and give it a nice fresh look. It's not really cleaning. It's just taking the oxidation off. Well, I said, if this coin that I'm about to show you is done that way, by the, and it doesn't matter which way you do it to oxidize it, whether you're using eggs or using different types of chemicals or whatever to oxidize it. If you put it in easy, it'll take it off. This coin, well, it didn't take it off. And I tried about 7 different solvents to see if it would take the color off of this. And I'll show you the coin. Here it is. I was wondering what caused this color on this coin. I thought that, it may have been done with an egg or something like that, right? But it's not. Because I put it in there for a while too. I had it soaking in the easy for about 3 hours, and it didn't take any of it off. It still looks the same. So what I believe happened to this coin, and it looks really pretty. I mean, it's kind of got that cameo look, I believe what happened to this coin is it was in a fire. And that's from a fire. I am almost 99.9% sure. Of course, I'm not positive, but after testing it with the different solvents, that's what I believe, because it didn't take that color off. So I think it's done with heat. And it is absolutely a pretty coin. So if you ever see coins like this, and people are selling them, a lot of the times they're doing it to oxidize it. So what would take time and time again to get a certain color, which will give you colors like this too. Those are natural colors. I believe, and you could dip any of those and it'll come right off. I don't care what it is. But this, I'd have to say that's definitely a burn-in, because none of that stuff took that color off. So I thought that was interesting, because it was really starting to aggravate me, because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, man, it doesn't look like there's a film on it or anything. So I believe in my heart, now I could send it off and have it tested, but they'd probably think the same thing, I think. So cremated and pawned by the Undertaker. I told you not to say nothing, George, but now you know. And I'll tell you this, it's the only one I've ever seen like this. In my many years of collecting coins, I've never seen. And after running it through all of those chemicals, and it didn't take it off, I'm pretty convinced that's what happened. It is absolutely gorgeous. So I just thought it was neat. And I bought it mostly because I was intrigued with if somebody, because it's an 1879, it's a nice coin. I was actually intrigued to find out if that's exactly what it was. Somebody, did that to it. But that's not the case. So I figure I'll sell it. Yeah, it's very possible. Or what could have happened, Dan, is it could have been in like a house fire or something. This is what I'm thinking. I didn't see any plastic on it anywhere, right? So I really magnified it. I got to 200x and I couldn't see any plastic on it. I think what happened was, and now this is just a guess, is there might have been a house fire somewhere or something, or business or whatever, right? This coin got hot, right? And like you're saying, maybe the firemen, from spraying water on the fire, it somehow got on this coin and it caused the flash like that. That's what I'm thinking. One of these days, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find something. I don't know if I have anything around the house, but maybe I can get some MAP gas or something, right? And I'll test it on like a dime or something like that. I just don't know. I have to look up and see about heat, how much heat it would take and all that. I'll have to figure it out. But no matter what, I just think that that's really neat. It's really pretty. So if anybody's interested in it, I'll sell it. Because I'm pretty much done with all of my testing on it. And now I just have to test another coin. And knowing that that's 90% silver, I'll have to do it on a 90% silver. And I think probably to give it its best chance, I don't want to do it on a Morgan. If I did, I'd have to do it on a really bad Cull Morgan, Hey, what's up, CLMK? What's going on? Yeah. That's what I said, being 90% silver, I'll have to do it with another 90% silver. I think that would be justified. Hopefully, anyway. Thank you. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, me. Happy birthday to me. And many more. Yeah, Comstock silver. Maybe they were, here's the odd thing. Maybe it had something to do with some of the impurities that were in the silver in the Comstock lode. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of, look, There's a lot of tests that could go on. I just wanted to test to see if somebody, because I seen some coins. I was looking at various coins, and I know that real ones can have real tone coins over time can have that look. But I also know that people can take different chemicals, which I had to buy some to test that chemical on another thing before. That's weird. I did a dime, right? I can't remember. It's sulfate, something sulfate stuff. It stinks like eggs. And I did a dime, and it does it turns a kind of brown color, right? Which is pretty close to that. And I was like, okay, maybe this is what they did. Then I dipped it, and it took it right off. Boom, just like that. Made it bright white. I was like, okay, well, let's test that. And so I tested it in easy, and it did not take it off. I was like, that's really odd, you know? And then I tried the egg thing and another coin and dipped it, took it right off. And I was like, that's really odd, you know? I mean, and then I tried acetone, that didn't do it. I tried vinegar, that didn't do it. I tried ammonia, that didn't do it. So, you know, I just, you know, I've come to that conclusion. Do you think it's possible that it reacted to the moisture left in the woods? That may have, I don't know, it could have been in a burnt fire. I don't know how charcoal reacts, you know, because you get the wood and the charcoal. I don't know. It could be. It could have been something that was in a forest fire. I mean, it's a mystery to me because I thought personally, that, well, I think I said I thought it was a fire in the beginning, but I wasn't sure. But because I've seen so many other coins, I thought somebody probably used that sulfate, you know, and did it, or the egg deal and did it. But you know, I like to test other coins to see, and that's not it. That coin, I believe, was done by fire because I know fire can change colors of different metals. I know that. It'll do the same thing with copper. Copper will do that too. And these coins have 10% copper in them. So maybe because of the combination of the silver and the copper, that's why that did that. I don't know. I mean, because it's really odd that the center part, right, is that cameo white, right? And when you look through, the center of part of it is still kind of white on the back. So, but I'm going to test some other theories with other coins from this era with the same content of silver. I will, but I'm going to sell this one. So if anybody's interested, just let me know. I know it seems like, oh, why are you just worrying about all that? Oh, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal to me because, you know, we need to know when we buy coins, you know, what was the process? Is it fake? Is it real? You know, I mean, I just like to know that. And it tells me something. You know what I mean? So if I go somewhere, whether it's a yard sale, a flea market, or, you know, a coin store or something like that, they might ask me, you know, because not everybody knows everything. Or I might just look at it and they might say one thing and I'll say, no, that coin looks like it was artificially toned. Well, how do you know that? Well, because I've tested a lot of coins. That's how I know that. Most of the time, I will tell you what in a kennel with porcelain coating. Well, I like to share my knowledge because here's the thing. I know you guys like pretty coins like me. right? Everybody loves them rainbow colors, right? And like George just said, maybe in a kennel with some porcelain coating. I I don't know. That's very possible too. But here's the problem. Let me put this back under here so you guys can see this. Here's my problem with well, not really a problem, but if you look, you see how the outline of this going around the outside of this her face, right? See how that is broken up and it's not even. Nowhere is it really even. And over here, you see how it's got that doubling? Like a flash, right? Flash of heat or something. And see how here it's like real white? What I'm thinking, and now this is just, you know, outside the box here, but my thought is in these areas that you see the white spots, right? And you look on the back, right? In these areas, I think there is more silver content in that area, right? Based upon the heat, there's probably more silver content in these white areas on this coin. And then in the other areas, there was more of a copper element to those other areas, which would make it sense because there's no way that you're going to get an absolutely perfect mixture all the way through that coin, at least back in those days, right? Of copper to silver variation, being 90% silver and 10% copper. Which, if you look at copper coins, which I have, and I have a lot of rainbows, and those rainbows are that color. So, I mean, I'm not a professional and I don't have professional testing tools. I use what I have and what I can purchase reasonably. I think that that may be, you know, it got heated based upon the distribution of the metal in the coin, right? Is why it did it this way and why it's spotty here. And it's like little dots, you know? If you look, it's like little itty bitty dots of white spots. So that's why I think that. And that's my story so far, and I'm sticking to it. Hey, I don't know. Maybe you guys think something else, but there's no paint on there. There's no paint, no sign of paint, no sign of plastic, no sign of anything being on that coin. There's nothing. I looked, with my microscope, my AMs, upstairs that I use for gemstones, and I could see, the structure of the silver on, and there's nothing. There's no buildup or anything. None. That's what really just kind of threw me for a loop. I said either that's the thinnest oxidation I have ever seen, or I'm lost in this whole thing. But I don't give up. I'm going to still try different things to figure it out. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too much about one damn coin. But if anybody wants it, they can buy it. And maybe they'll want to test it too. Maybe we'll figure this whole thing out together. I know, crazy, huh? Yeah, I know. Whatever. Oh my god. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's cool. So, hey, look. To me, I like to have auction and I like to make money and I like to do things for people, but sometimes, I just get off on this gander. And, there's nothing wrong with that. You guys want me to auction something off? Oh, boy. Here we go. Got some stuff. Let me know. I still like the Undertaker story best. Boshi not about thyself. Oh my God. Yeah. That's coming from an Undertaker's perspective on this deal, right? But I think you're in a dead heat with me on what we believe. Oh my God. Yeah. I wonder what would happen if you stuck a silver coin. Well, that's a good. I can't test it that way, but stuck it down in the water in a reactor. I wonder what it would do to it. Maybe somebody out there in the YouTube world knows somebody that works by one, and they could throw a couple down in there and see what would happen. That'd be interesting. Now I can't remember, but I do know that originally, when they were making nuclear reactors, they used silver, tons and tons of silver from the U.S. Mint to make some of them reactor tubes because copper was, I don't know, they had trouble getting copper or something back in, the 40s. There's something behind. You have to look it up. I don't know. You might be able to find something on YouTube, but I like to learn about stuff. That's all. Nothing wrong with that. $15,000 tons of treasury silver. I don't know how many tons it was, but I know there was a lot of tons of it. I know that they did use it. But where is it today? Yeah. Where is it today? I mean, it's still silver. Somebody's got to have it. I don't know. Welcome back, Jack. So you never know, right? I mean, you just never know. You can always learn something. I'm a true believer in that. I'd like to auction off a couple of things tonight. You ready? You guys ready for me to start this auction? Because I just talk all night. And that ain't helping our donations any. Oh, thanks, MKCL. I love you too. I love you too. Thank you. And I am an old fart. I feel old too. Man, I'll tell you what, that ride home sucked. I'm just being honest. It really sucked. I'm just being honest. We were trying to find a Dunkin' Donuts, got off I don't know how many times because I needed a coffee, Finally, I stopped at like one of them little, off the highway stations, where you can just swoop in and they got gas and all that stuff, mostly for truckers and cars or whatever when they're going down a long highway. It cost me, what was it? $4 for a little Starbucks coffee thing. I almost crapped my pants. But I tell you what, nothing was open. And I said, you know what? I don't give a rat's bunghole. I am definitely getting one. And I slammed that thing. And I'll tell you what, kicked in about 5 miles later. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go home. Yeah, I know. We're all getting old. But what are you going to do, right? I mean, hey, we're old people. It's okay. You guys did hear what I said, right? Did you guys all hear what I did? I know that Old Soul Poet heard it, but I didn't know if you guys heard it. I mean, I'll just tell you all. So, all the proceeds that we earned up until, yesterday, I guess, but actually, it was a few days before that. Mary and I put boxes of, we made a box. Well, CLMK, myself, and Old Soul Poet gave the clock to Jeremy and Megan for their birthday. And the whole theme, the wedding theme, was done around that clock. And then from all of us, from the proceeds, what I made above my cost, or I had to guess kind of, but a big box of wedding stuff for them. And then I made a big Christmas box for them and the kids and everything too. So everything that up until this point, it's all went to them. And that way I figure I could start fresh on November 1st and see what we can do. Anyway, but that's what I did. So one of our friends got it. Just letting you know. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do something really crazy. Oh, man. And I'd like to do something crazy because it's my birthday. If I could sell this whole book of dimes, of 250 dimes tonight, if I could sell this book, I'll give away that clock right there. And I'll do it from a random perspective. And whoever buys the book of dimes will tell me how they want me to give that away. They can't say they can keep it themselves. I'm just saying, I'll do a giveaway of that clock right there. So, don't have to do it. I'm just telling you, I will do it. Why not, right? Because I made the clock. I didn't buy the clock. I made the clock. Well, I mean, I guess I bought the wood to make the clock and the gemstones that are in it. That's a cool clock. That's the bow tie clock. So that's the deal. And maybe up until Christmas, except for 2 clocks, I'll do that with other clocks too. Certain items I sell, somebody buys it, then I'll give away a clock. That way it makes it easy for other people to get one. This clock and that clock will not, because it's a lot of labor and time and intense. It's really intense. Those clocks, they are more expensive. If you want to know what they cost, either one of these are $300 a piece. These are $300 each. I did a lot of work on them. There's a lot of rare woods in them. So if you're wondering, I'll let you know, because I don't think I told anybody. And if I did, well, I'm just re-entering. So there's that. way. So anyway, up for auction. I'm gonna do this for auction. Check this out. You guys can fight over this. Oh man. You guys ain't even gonna believe this. God. Here we go. Oh, Jesus. My birthday. Yeet. Here we go. So now at least something's up for auction while we're talking so that I don't look like I'm not doing an auction. Because I'll be talking and then I get nothing done. I forgot my white gloves yesterday at the wedding. I just want to let you guys know that. I forgot my white gloves. I was going to wear white gloves because, well, you know, I got those working man hands. And, well, I don't think anybody noticed. Hey, let me pull them out of the box for you. I'll set them out there. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should do this. That's a nice sack you wear, huh? Oh, mama. Look at them babies. Freaking penny is sexy. I'll bet that's a proof 70 penny. All that. Look at them babies. Oh, thank you, CLMK. You're so nice. I look good in gloves or no gloves. Oh, birthday numbers? Thank you also. Thank you very much. We got 55. Do I hear, like 56? Ain't you supposed to have one to grow on or something like that? I can't remember. What was that saying? Something about when you're getting married. Something blue, something red, something old, something new. Let there be 6 pence in your shoe or something. Well, anyway, I gave them a couple of coins. I made Jeremy put one of them coins from Israel in his shoe yesterday before he got married. And then I gave him one to give Megan, but I had to remind him of that last night. I know. It's one of them superstitious things, you know. I think the Irish have more superstition than anybody. Because believe me, my family's part Irish. Something else. My mom used to make me look. There was a thunder and lightning storm one time. Yeah, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Maybe you guys know the whole saying. I know there's something about 6 pence in your shoe. I can't remember the whole saying. But anyway, so my mom used to get me so scared of crap that we had a thunder and lightning storm one time. And I hid underneath my grandmother Burdick's cupboards on top of the vegetables. You know, canned veggies. Yeah. Yeah. You imagine that? Yeah, I'd be so scared because of the booming. And finally, one day, when I got a little older, my grandpa was like, "Don't let your mother scare you like that. It's just natural thunderstorms. It has to do with electrical current in the clouds and how they mesh and the molecules." He says, "I wouldn't go stand out in the middle of an open field." He says, "because you'd be the tallest thing, and it usually strikes the tallest object. So just relax and don't let your mother scare the shit out of you like that." That's what he said to me. And I was like, "Really, Grant?" "Yep." He says, "Them women, they'll just get you all worked up." I said, "Okay." So thank God for Grandpa. All right. Well, if you guys want to fight, I'm just going to do this and you guys can fight later. Well, fight while you're doing it. Whatever. I want you to see my face. 3, 2, 1. I'm telling you, I think, you got to have a little tradition. And I thought that was, I couldn't remember the whole saying, something crazy, something blue, something 6 cents in the shoe. I couldn't remember the whole thing, but, because I really don't play into that stuff. But, that's the whole fact for sure there. Hiding in the closets, hiding under the bed. The boogie monster's gonna get you. I'm like, man, I'm telling you. Yep. I'll never forget it. I mean, they used to do a lot of crazy stuff. Thank you, old soul. Appreciate it, brother. They used to do a lot of crazy stuff, and I always used to wonder why. Well, when I got older, I was like, why'd they ever do that? Well, look, if you and Dad wanted to go have some fun time, all you had to do was say, stay in your room, mind your business. You didn't have to scare the crap out of me, so I hid under the bed, didn't come out. Stupidity. But she got away. She got away with it, I guess. I never did that with my kids, though. No, I did not. I did not believe in that. Hey, what's up, Nick? Nick from Australia. Nick from Australia. Everybody say hi to Nick from Australia. That's code. Code 187. Why is there 2 nickels in that set? 2 nickels in the set. Special set, I guess. I'll show you why. Look at the back. Oh, I'll bring it up on the camera and show you. One's a buffalo back. Oh, let me zone in here a little bit and I'll show you. So this one's a buffalo. And this is the Oceanville view of the Joy. Lewis and Clark. So that's a commemorative one. They're both really commemorative nickels. That's why. Pretty neat, huh? Glad you're paying attention. Oh, is this? I'll show you yours if you show me yours. Oh. Yeah, it's 2 nickels for that reason. In that set, they put those there for that reason. Commemorative set. Not all of them have that. If you look back, not all sets of the proof silver sets have it like that. How's the weather over there in Aussie land? Is it good? I hope it's good. Pretty warm. It's been kind of chilly. I don't know, kind of chilly on and off around here. I guess I can't complain because SNOW hasn't arrived yet. But I got a feeling it's coming. $30 centigrade. Oh, that's cool. Oh, nice. You're up to 675 friends on your channel. Congratulations. What are you going to give away for your 1,000 friends giveaway? Humidity is up around 80%. Ooh, man. An ounce of silver? That's it? Why you gotta be a cheapskate? You want to match what I'm going to do? Why don't you match what I'm going to do? Don't say what is it, and I'll tell you. I'm going to give a 5-ounce bar away when I hit 1,000. And I'm in no rush. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give a 5-ounce bar away when I hit 1,000. And I don't suspect that will be anytime soon, so I'm not too worried about it. But I already got to put away for it. I'm going to give a 5-ounce bar away. I think that's cool. You know, that's not way over the top. You know, it ain't, a 1-ounce coin. And it shows you care about, people joining the channel and watching what you do. Of course, I do a lot of different things than most people do on their channels. I mean, I'm all over the place. I am definitely the colorful bloodify. But I think that'd be cool. And I'm not doing it to be monetized. I mean, if I get there, I get there. But that's not why I'm doing it. I just want people to see more of the things that I do. Maybe I can help people. Maybe I can teach people something that would maybe end up into being a trade for them, or maybe eventually make them money, or teach them something about life or relationships or love or whatever, mechanics. I mean, I do so many things, Butterfly wings, butterfly wings. Why not, right? That's what I say. Once we get through the Christmas season, you need to save some money because I'm going to be cutting some gemstones and I'm going to do them live. People are going to buy the rough and then I'll cut the stone. They'll watch me cut the stone. I might only be able to do like 1 or 2, maybe 3 every time I do one because it'll take me a few hours to do them. But I'll do them live. I'm going to do some opals. I got some Wello opals, and I'm going to do them differently. All of them different. I got some beautiful Wello opals. So, just letting you guys know. Probably around February or somewhere around in there. That's when I'm going to do them. Pretty soon I'll show you a video on my laps that I got. My circle laps that I got upstairs that I've been working on. I haven't done the other video on it, but you guys will be amazed at what I'm doing. Hell, I almost patted myself on the back. Looks pretty cool. So I'm sure you guys will like that video. But I figure around January, February time frame, I'll stop. All this stuff here will be out of here, hopefully. I'll either sell it or pack it up. And then I'll set up all my gem cutting stuff. And I have all my laps and everything set up. I've got some buckets and I'll have all that stuff set up and ready to rock and roll. And I'll do some live stuff. I got to set the room up right so that you guys can see what I'm doing. But it'll be interesting. What's up, Dove? Oh, thank you, Dove. Appreciate it. Yeah, 55. Doing pretty good. Feeling pretty good anyway. Of course, I could change in an hour. Some days are better than others. You know, somebody asked me, how does the pain bother you? I said, well, I'm in pain almost every day. And it's not that it doesn't bother me, because it does. It's not that it doesn't aggravate me, because it does. I mean, I take medicine, but still, even then, it aggravates me because I'm just kind of picky how I take medicine, and how much I want to take. So it's always there. So when you've dealt with pain for so long in your life, you just deal with it. And that's the way it is. It's when you get sick, or you have a kidney stone, or you got a freaking migraine, and then you got to deal with all that crap at the same time. That's when it really sucks. I'm just putting that out there. It really sucks when you compound what you used to, So, just letting you know. Oh, we get Denny's discounts now? Really? At 55? Oh, wait a minute. That's fat food, ain't it? Well, I guess it's okay once in a while. I'll sneak in there. You don't tell, I won't tell. Hey, I'm very fortunate that I made it this far. Really, I am. To be honest with you guys, all the crap that I've ever done in my life, man, I mean, like, yowza. I say, and I know, Dove, you know what I'm talking about. I know, I know, you know. Yeah. The wild child days. That's why I got to be careful when I'm counseling people. I got to remember how old they are. Remember how old they are before I get, you know, on my high horse about something. That's why I don't judge people. You know what I mean? I went out. I don't know what I did. What did I do? Something. I went. Oh, I think I went to the VA and I wore my Invicta. I went to the VA and wore my Invicta watch. Hopefully, Santa brings me another one. You want to get me started on something, never give me one of something, because then I get started on it. I'm just letting you know. Maybe a blue one. That'd be cool. Or a green one. Because I know they got all colors because I've been looking at them. Oh my God. And that's all your fault, CLMK. It's your fault. You wanted to spoil me and give me that freaking watch. And when I wear it, people go, "Oh, that's a nice watch." I said, "Yeah, a friend of mine gave it to me." Really? I said, "Yeah." Wow. He said, "Well, how much she paid for it?" I said, "I don't know. I don't care. She gave me a nice watch. I don't ask that stuff. I don't care about that. That doesn't matter to me. It's the thought that she gave it to me. Do you have one?" "No." I said, "Well, maybe you should have some good friends like I got." Hey, I'm just being honest. I have just like this. I keep that right over there too. I look at it all the time. My little treasure. I got certain things right there. I like looking at them. That's just the way it is. Well, here's the thing. I like to do things for people. Some people recognize it and some people don't. And I don't do it for treasures and trinkets and stuff like that. But when I get something from somebody that I know really loves me and appreciates me as a friend, and I know it, not because they're trying to outdo the rest of the world, I really appreciate it. And I treasure them. And I talk about it. That's just the way it is. Jack 65. Jesus, Jack. Jack's kind of old. July 10th, 57. July 10th, 57. Woo. 57 Chevy, baby. September 26, 57. Okay, so John's the oldest. Jesus, John, you're an old cat. He's giving himself one for old age. Oh my God. Hey, I want to show you guys something cool. Check this out. You guys ever seen one of these? Hey, CLMK. You never know. I could probably find another one. I'll just have to look around for one. You guys ever seen one of these? I'm bringing it up close. You ever seen one of these? They're all thinking, what the hell is that? Check this out. It's a freaking letter opener. I'll call it a letter opener. Ain't that cool? Pretty neat, huh? I got all kinds of stuff, man. You just never know. I'm going to do another proof set. This is just going to be a proof set, though. How's that? I'll do a proof set. And I'm going to start the proof set out of $1 so you guys can fight over it. How's that? That's a nice proof set, too. Shit, I probably shouldn't have said that, huh? Oh, well. Whatever. But what are you going to do? I'll let you guys argue about this proof set. Okay, so here we go. Oops. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oops, I got to take you guys back out. Sorry. Here we go. Ooh, sweet Jesus. $19.91 Proof set. Proof. Starting bid $1. There you go. Show you the back side. Look at them babies. Man, them are sexy coins. I ain't even BSing you. There you go. And there is who made it, when it was done. La, 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 la. Not that anybody really cares about that. So there you go. We got $1 from CLMK. Thank you for your bid. I'll let you guys bid for a second. I gotta go refill my coffee because I know that Mary is not paying attention to her phone. So I'll be right back. La, 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 la. We got $4 from MKCL. Thank you for your bid. I can make it so that clock don't tick at all. Let me show you. How you like that? No sugar tonight. Night in my coffee. No sugar tonight in my tea. Da da do da 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 do 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 do. See how silent that is now? It's like real silent. It's a great clock. I'm surprised nobody's bought it yet. Just to scat at my prices, but it is what it is. Because I tell you what, it takes a lot of work. Oh, we got $5 from Jack. We got $6 from CLMK. All right, now we're getting warmed up. We're getting warm now. Let's go. We got an auction going on. Oh, my Lord. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No sugar tonight in my coffee. No sugar tonight in my tea. Now you're going to have that shit stuck in my head all night, John. Thanks. Appreciate it. Love you too. Lord have mercy. Man, I've been looking at this coin. God, I shouldn't be looking at it, but it's an expensive coin. Actually, there's two coins that I want to get a hold of, but man, oh man. They're the kind of coins you got to paste the floor over before you buy them. Whatever. What are you going to do? I I don't know. What are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? That's what I say. Do 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 do. Give you one more look at the rear end. Ooh. There's the shiny heinies on them coins. Look at them babies. Sweet Jesus. That's what I'm talking about. Them are $10 coins if I ever seen a $10 coin. No. Oh, did I tell you what happened? Does everybody know Skippy? You guys know Skippy? You remember Skippy? He's kind of in an area where he really doesn't get internet service very good. That's why you don't see him. Well, I met him in person yesterday. And remember the stuff he bought last year from me? Coins? The Morgans? Bought 3 Morgans from me and a couple other silver things from me. You guys remember that? He gave them back to me. Told me to sell them. Help out the channel. Can you imagine that? I thought that was really nice of him. So I just want to give a shout out to Skippy if he's listening and tell him thank you. That was really nice of him. And a lady named Kenya, she gave me $20 towards the channel too. So I want to say thank you to Kenya too. I don't want to forget her because I don't want to get mad. Not that she would, because she's not that type of person. So that's pretty nice. Just never know what people are gonna do, you know? You just never know. That's the way it is. That's the way it was. What are you gonna do? All right, I'm gonna do a countdown. You guys can figure it. Woo, that coffee got a little strong, I'll tell you that. Lord have mercy. She got a little stout. That's for sure. That's done. Sold. $6. You stole that one. Okay. That was done. Ooh. Okay, there's that one. We're going to do this too. Ooh. No sugar tonight in my coffee. No sugar tonight in my tea. Do that. Do. I'm writing stuff down. That's why I'm not talking, by the way. A Reverend Bob, a friend of mine, found out that he has cancer and is selling his coins to help pay for doctor bills. And he has 2 ASE V75 silver coin Eagles, you mean? V75 Eagles? Are they ungraded, Jack? Okay, so they are graded. Okay. You know how much he wants for them? Oh, let me come up on the main screen. Because I can go on. I was looking on eBay last week on them, so I know what the prices run. I usually go to eBay and then I go to a couple of other auction sites and I look because I'm not a. I mean, I have all the Eagles set as the set is concerned, but when it comes to specialized Eagles with the V75 like that, I have to see what the market value is on them. Okay. Well, find out what they are and then shoot me an email and tell me, what he wants to get. I'll pick up one or the other. If it's a reasonable price and I can afford it, then I'll see what I can do to help. Okay. I just need you to send me the email. If not, I'll see if I can contact a few people if somebody would be interested. Okie doke. Because I don't have one. I have I can't say that. I have a V75 Mayflower, and then I have V75 quarters, but I don't have a V75 Eagle. I usually don't, outside of the ones in my collection that are already, most of mine are NGC or PCGS graded, and I have a couple of ANAC ones. One of them is from CLMK. She gave me as a gift, and then I have another one. I got like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 of my Eagles are graded from ANAC. I've got 2 from SEGS, 2 from ICG, and the rest of them are NGC and PCGS graded, and that's generally how I have my Eagles done. Then I have the ones that are not, that are specialized, reverse proof, stuff like that. Those are special sets that I didn't have graded. I don't want to have those ones graded because collectors are really particular about certain coins being graded. So, because I have all of them from 86 to current. Proofs, reverse proof. I don't have all the reverse proofs, though. I'm just really not that deep in. I don't mind collecting one that comes out every year and having it graded. That doesn't bother me. But I'm not a full-blown collector of Eagles where I got to have reverse proof, the proof, the first date, the last date, grandma, made a cheesecake and that's on the label. I'm not about all of that, but I do have every one. So. Now that was a good deal, Dub, because now they're not worth that much. Those type of things, they'll always have some value, but the way that I've seen them, they've gone down a lot in price. So, the demand is not really there. I mean, granted they're rare, but the demand's not the same. Now on gold, it's different. Like I have the last year of the heraldic eagle on gold coins, and those are worth money. And they are proof from they're proof ones from the mint. I got a 1/4 ounce and 1/10 ounce, and they bring good money. They're very valuable, and they will retain their value because there was hardly that many made. That's really where value stays where it's supposed to be when there's not a lot of them. Like, remember when I was telling you about the Morgans? Them Morgans hold their value. They hold it, period. They hold their value because there's only 179, I think 179,000 of each one of them that was made. So, and then there's some of them that are super rare, like the Denver ones. There's certain Denver ones that they're selling for $1,000, right? And if it's a MS70 grade in those coins, they demand $300 or more in the Morgans. They demand it. If it's Carson City or an O, yep, I seen them mostly right around 329 to 429, depending on who graded it. I'm telling you, I told you guys, hold on to them Morgans. They hold their value. Yeah. So, just letting you know. If I don't think something new is really going to be demanding, I'll tell you. I'll tell you, I'm working on my seated dimes, my bobber dimes right now. I got almost all in Mercury, and I'm working on my seated and my bobber date dimes right now, and my quarters and my halves for my personal collection, not to sell or anything, because I want to put them all together, and then what I want to do is I want to make a special case for them where I can slide them in and slide them out, and then maybe once I have everything done, I'm going to call a couple of schools and ask them if they want me to come in and do a demonstration for the kids to see, and maybe teach them a little bit about coins and why you want to collect them and how you can find them, things like that. So but I'm not going to do that until I finish it. Once I finish, then I'm going to do that. So that's why, some of the stuff that I sell tonight, that's really what I would like to do is take some of that money and try to get some of them done. I want to get some of them done because it's something that I want to do. And I prolonged it long enough because I've been collecting them for years. And I think you guys understand what I do. I mean, Morgans are my baby, but some of them are just, boy, getting harder and harder. I tell you what, you want to see an expensive coin? You look up at 1893S Morgan Silver Dollar. 1893S Morgan Silver Dollar in AU. And I'm talking like a low AU. They're expensive. You go in XF, they're expensive. You go in turd, like fair or about good or, poor. It don't matter. 1893S Morgan Silver dollars are expensive. Yes. I'm missing an 1895 Philadelphia too, and that's expensive. That's the king, right? So those two are hard ones for me. And then I got CCs to do, which, the CCs are, I can attain them. But them other two, oh, man. They're a headache. They are a headache. No. Just letting you know. Certain ones are a headache. I don't know why they have to be that way, but I understand that there's not many of them. You know what gets me is the 1893S. There was double those minted versus how many have been minted of the new Morgan silver dollars. The new Morgan silver dollars are rare, really, really rare. Whether they're new or not, they're rare. You better believe that. When you put them up against all of the ones that were made, you better believe they are freaking rare. So if you got them, you better hold on to them because they're worth money. And that's a fact. And I got them all. Thank God. You know what I do, Jack? I'm going to teach you guys a little something. I'm going to teach you how I do it when I do coins, right? So, what I do when I start off, right? Before you ever get them graded or encapsulated or anything like that, right? So, I take a 2x2, right? Hey, Robinson, thanks for stopping by. Thank you. I take a 2x2, and it don't matter the grade when you're first starting out on anything. Just unless they're new and they're just like an American Silver Ego, 6970. I mean, it's just whatever, right? New coins, they demand the mint state 69 to 70 and the proof 69 to 70. That's what they demand, right? That's just the way it is. But when you're just trying to put something together, just to have all of the dates, not the mint marks, but all of the dates, I say go with all the dates, right? Put it in there when you get a date, right? And then what I did is I got a piece of paper, right? So we'll say dimes, right? So dimes are what? 1916 for 1916 and 1947 or something like that. I can't remember. For the Mercury dime, or was it 1946? I can't remember. It's like 1916 and 1946. So I can't remember. I don't remember all that stuff, but something like that, right? So you get the dates, right? And as you get one, you list them all on a piece of paper, whatever it is, Mercury dimes, from this date to this date. Don't confuse yourself by trying to put O and S and all that. Just get the dates first. And that will complete your list of dates, right? So that way you have a date set. And you do your date sets for all of the ones that you're going to collect, whether it's pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, whatever, right? Once you've completed that, then you go back and you say, okay, well, I've got a 1919 or whatever it may be, Mercury dime, right? And it's an O. Well, what am I missing in 1919? Well, I'm missing Philadelphia and San Francisco or Denver, whatever it may be, right? And then from there, you can start filling in that. And then you go to each date and you start filling them in that way. It's much easier to do it that way than to try to complicate yourself by collecting by both dates and mint marks. It's the easiest way that I do it. And then once you go through one thing, you spend a day or a couple of days, depending on, and it doesn't take very long. And then you continue on. It's much easier to do it that way. Oh, yeah. That's right. 46 Rosies. So It was 1946. Okay. There's pills for that. Oh, 45? Okay, 1945. What year was it that they didn't make a dime? Do you guys know? Wasn't there a year that they didn't make a dime? It was like 1930 or something, or 31. You guys know? I can't remember. Wasn't there like a dime or a quarter or something that wasn't minted in like 1930 or 31, something like that? You guys know? I can't remember. It's been a long time. I can't remember. Something. You know what I do? I don't do the notebook thing. Look, you get yourself a binder. I don't have any binders down here. I know. Oh, yeah, I do. So, have Old Soul Poet close his eyes for a moment, please. Because I got to take these out from down here. He's going to stop drooling. So what I do, Jack, is I grab a binder like this, right? This is just auction coins, but you grab a binder and then you put these sleeves in, right? That's why I say do the 2x2s, right? And then you got these little things right here on the side. I don't know if I turned it the right side up. I suppose it would be different. Okay? So you got these little sleeves right here. And what I do is, whatever's in this book, so they say this book was all filled with dimes, right? So I got a piece of paper that says the date, what dates they were made, right? And then I go through all of the dates, right? And I look to see if I have what dates I have. And then the dates that I don't have, I put on the paper. And as I pick up that coin, I scratch it out. So I know once that paper is done and I got all scratch marks done, I filled all of them. And then I go back through one more time to make sure that all of the dates are correct. And that's the easiest way because it's right there. And that's in the dime book. So you know if you put dimes, then the only thing in this book is dimes. And you do it for nickels and pennies and quarters and halves. And that's the way you do it. It's simpler that way. And it's easier to organize yourself. That's how I do it. And then from there, once I have the dates, then I put it on a big poster board, big white poster board, like, one of these white poster boards like this. But I got some really nice ones. And I put lines on it and I post them all on there with the dates and everything. So that way you can see it in big letters. I'll show you pretty soon. When I finish them, I'll show you how the finished product is. And then you make a really nice case and you slide them in there. You close the side and you put a lock on it. And it's locked. You have to smash the crap out of it to get in there to get the coins up. Literally. You'll see when I'm done. I'm going to make it special for them because there's going to be a lot of dollars worth of coins. It's going to have steel that's been welded, reinforced. So if you want them coins out of that box, somebody will know you stole them. 3, 2, 1. Well, no quarters in 1931. Okay. 1931. Cool. Yeah. I knew there was something that wasn't made. Yeah. I have some. Like, here's a Buffalo nickel one, right? Here's a holder here. And, people put like Buffalo nickels in them, right? Now, a lot of people collect like this, or, collect these like this, presidential dollars, right? Like these. But I don't do that when it comes to, generally speaking. I do them in the 2x2s like this, and then I put them in this, and then once I'm done, I'll put them on a big poster board, and they're all in the dates, and they all go in sequence, and that way they can transition. I can transition them. So from seated dimes to, bobber dimes to Mercury dimes to current ones. So it's easier to get the visualization of how they changed over the years and how many they made over the years. And I just do it that way. It's just the way I like to look at them. I mean, there's probably no right or wrong way. It's just visually I can see. Okay, that's a 1929 I'm missing there, right? How many do I have there? Oh, I got 2 there. So I know if I got 2 dimes in that section, right? What am I missing? How many mints did they you actually produce dimes, during that year? And then I looked that up in my book, in my Mega Red book, and then I know, okay, so I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? And I can just take that on it. And then once I'm all complete, I'll be all complete. $19.31 cent in MS big dollars. The reason why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it is because I want to make a steel reinforced box that I can put locks on, that you'd have to destroy the box to get the coins if somebody stole it. And not knowing what's in the box, take them a long time to get in it. Not that I have to do it that way. That's just the way I want to do it. If you know what I mean. Look at all these penny sheets. These sheets of pennies. I even forgot I had them. I just pulled them out of that book. Look at them all. Wow, there's some nice ones in here. Beautiful ones. Rainbow ones. But you want to know what the funny thing is about these pennies? They're all Canadian. And they do not mint Canadian pennies anymore. These are all Canadian pennies. So you want to talk about rare? Look, these are all Canadian pennies. Canadian pennies. And some of them are super, super nice. They're hard to find too. Once in a while, in change, you might find one or two here and there, but they're becoming harder and harder to find too. So, just know that even Canadian pennies are collectible. And anything with the Queen's face on it. I got plastic sheets and 2x2s, Jack. Canadian Lodge, 1 cent. I got some of them too, but I don't sell them. The big ones, because they're worth money. Big money. Plastic sheets these days, oh my God, they're expensive. Even 2x2s are becoming expensive. You know, it's like, it's crazy. One night, what we're going to do is go through some pennies, because I got a few boxes of pennies, you know, bricks that I haven't been through yet. And I bought those a couple years ago. So I don't know what I got there. I got a few. Got a lot of cool stuff. What was that? Oh. I was told to go to Hobby Lobby store to get them. Sometimes Hobby Lobby has good prices and sometimes they don't. I mean, here's the thing. Sometimes you can go on eBay and get good prices. Sometimes you can go to Amazon and get good prices. But sometimes you can go to your local coin dealer and get good prices too. So don't forget about your local coin dealer. You know, if you have one down there in North Carolina or in your town somewhere, you know, you might want to stop by, you know, your local coin dealer or local coin shop, however you want to call them, and help him out too. Maybe he's got some cool stuff down there. You know, you need to really have a relationship, you know, with your LCS. I mean, look, you do that, and sometimes when you're looking for specific coins, they'll find them for you, you know. So it pays to do that, right? Maybe not on the front end, but when you're really looking for something, tell you, you know, you really gotta think about it. It's like some people don't want to see a rare dime? You guys want to see a rare dime? Here's an expensive dime. I'll show you one. Check this out. Wait until you have to buy one in this grade. Check this out. $18.76. This is a nice looking dime, by the way. $18.76. Carson City. What a nice, and it's unmolested. Wait until you have to go buy some like these days. Jeez, they're expensive. 1876 Carson City. Anything with a Carson City on it is expensive. Any CCs. I think I got three 1876 CCs and I got two 1877 CCs that I know off the top of my head. Because I like Carson Cities. So, Carson City just didn't make Morgan's. So, remember that. Just showing you. But if you're going to collect them, you better be collecting them because the price are going up and up and up and up. And before you can't afford to get them, you better get them. Same thing with Morgan's. Do not play around. That's just the way it is. What's that, Robinson? I'm not 50. I'm 55. Yep, 20-cent pieces are the same way. I don't know what the grade is. It could be a good. It could be anywhere from a good to, a fine. I don't know. It's kind of hard because with some things, especially the Carson Cities, they grade for color too. Has it been polished? What's the eye appeal? So I have no clue. But it's not below a good, I can tell you that. For real. But I know it's not above a very fine. There's no way. I'd say between a good and a fine. It should be graded somewhere in there. I know that's like many grades, but for me, I don't look at dimes enough every day, and I don't look at the color of the dimes enough, and what's going on in the marketplace. I mean, it's so speculative. So I would be afraid. I put something on there, but I was just guessing. But I would say that it's definitely above a good, but it's not above a fine. But it's a Carson City. So it really don't matter. They're all expensive in Carson Cities. Especially when they look good and they're not molested. I could tell you that an 1876 Carson City in a mint state is expensive. You look them up if you want. When I collect dimes, halves, and quarters, I do not collect them for a grade. That's just not what I do. I'm just collecting them for the dates. I am not collecting them for whatever the grade is. I just want to see them. That's all, and have them. Grade does not matter to me. I mean, I want to be able to see the date, though. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. I mean, like that one I bought because I like the looks of it. That's all. Some things you overpay. It doesn't matter. I wanted it. That's just the way it is. I'm not exactly sure what they sell for. But if you was to look up on the internet, it kind of tells you whereabouts it is. We can look on eBay and see. Did you sell all of the holders? No, I didn't sell any holders. I gave one away to Skippy because I haven't seen him in a long time, and he did something really nice for me. He gave me all the coins back that he bought from me, which were 3 Morgans. He gave me 3 Morgans back, a quarter, and 2 dimes back that he bought from me. He donated them back to me. He said, "Here, hope you can do something good with it, make yourself some money." So I thought that was really nice of him. He's got a good heart. Ain't too many people that do that. So I just thought that was really nice. Uh, 1876 CC dime VG. We'll just say very good. Yeah. So well, this one looks similar to that one. Pretty close anyway. So this one here is 1876 CC Type 2 reverse FS 901 VG. $139. And that's pretty close to what that coin is. So they can vary, in price. Anywhere from like $40 up, Oh, you went? Well, welcome back. So there you go. And that coin that I just showed you looks pretty similar to it. So that's why I said, it's anywhere from a good to a fine. It really depends on color too. There's a lot of things that go into it for eye appeal. You can get, a bump for that. So Rev said bug out, so I did. They were the wrong pennies. They were Canadian pennies. You're good, George. They were Canadian pennies. You don't collect them. You collect only the good US of A ones. No, there's 8 coin holders left. They're $12 a piece plus shipping. I've got 8 left to sell. They're $12 a piece plus shipping. So if you're going to be here and buy more things, it's best to just ship it all together. It's a lot easier that way than just buying a coin holder and then having to pay, whatever it costs to ship it out. So just let you know. You're showing me a book price. Book price doesn't mean anything. That's just a base guide, just to let you know, Robinson. When you get into collecting, certain coins demand a different price when you're buying them on the open market. That's just a reference. That's not telling you what the price is. Auctions set the price for things, whether you knew that or not. Open auctions, open bid auctions, like Heritage Auction or Saxon Bowers and stuff like that, those big auctions set the price standards. And as those prices go up, in the higher levels, it drags everything from the bottom up with it. And then the prices change. You know, that's a low ball stuff. The red book's a low ball. But what you'll actually get could demand, 2 or 3 times the value of what could be in that book. Always remember that. I want you guys to realize that. Always remember that. The book is a guide that doesn't tell you the actual price that it should be selling at. And as the markets fluctuate and as they change, but the old coins, anything with a CC on it, man, trust me, CCs and O's, I'm telling you. And the more people you get, and the more people that start to collect, and the more demand there is, it's, don't get wishy-washy in your mind with these books. You kind of got to watch what's going on. People, buyers and sellers set the price all the time. It's just like when you buy an eagle. We know what spot price is. And eagles will demand, and also Britannicas and stuff like that. They can demand, plus $12, plus $14 on top of what spot is. Absolutely. That's just, supply and demand. It really has a lot to do with that too. So just always remember that. Gray sheet is for dealers, Jack. Gray sheet is a dealer price list. And generally, it really depends on the rarity of something, right? And the condition of something. And, there's so much stuff that goes on. It can be very difficult sometimes. Even dealers can tell you that, It can be very difficult sometimes. So, one holder for Jack, one for Dove, one for RP. What? Wait a minute. Let me see. One for Jack, one for Dove, one for RP, JJ, and one for you too, Dove. I mean, Dove. What the hell is wrong with me? Also, so you want 5 of them? 5 of them? 4. You gotta set me clear here. Four. You don't want one? Okay. 4 of them. Okay. All right. I'll send you one too, I guess. I'll send you one. Because I'll just send you one. Because if you're going to be nice to them, then I might as well just send you one, right? Okay. All righty. All right, hold on. Oh, crap. I don't know what I do with the pen. Oh, wait a minute. It's in my pocket. Yeah. All righty, Jack. From OSP. Okay, there's one. I got you. I got you. Let's see. We got Jack. We got Dove from OSP. Okay. And they're all different colors too. Let's see. We got John Jacob. From OSP. All right. Who am I missing? All right. Oh. All right. All right. Done. All right. Done. I just lost exactly where the heck I'm at, and I'm not writing numbers down tonight. So, because it's mostly you, OSP, so I don't have to write numbers down. I got it all figured out. You'll figure it out, and I don't ever worry about it. So, done. Done deal. That's done. Thank you. Appreciate it. That was really nice of you to do that. California will tax a tax. They're in a different world out there, man. I'm just saying. I don't know how people live out there. Really. Be honest with you. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, John, nice place to visit. Rev, read my last message. Okay, hold on a minute. What's a fair price? I seen the ASE V75 selling in a box. The lowest one that I seen selling in the box was, I think, around, and this was about a week ago. It was like $320 in the box for a V75, not graded. So, plus you got the grading fee. So, right around $350. Now a 70 is different. 70s usually anywhere around 450 to $600-700, somewhere around there. It all depends on how they're selling it up there. Some people ask 1,000, some people ask 500, some people ask 425. I mean, the V75 is different today than it was when it first came out. So I want you to understand that. But I know a 69 doesn't demand the same price as a 70. There is a difference. So I'd say, a 69 right around $300 to, 400, 450, depending. That's at the highest level. And then 70 is different. We're talking anywhere from 400 to 1,000, depending on the market. If the market's flooded, But in the case, just from the mint, no lower than 300. Period. Not going to happen because it is rare, super rare. It's like a Morgan. So you can kind of look at the Morgans when they came out and how many were made. And you can kind of figure it out for right around there because Morgans demand the same thing. Just to kind of give you an idea, the 2021 Morgan Silver Dollar with the old mint mark in an MS70 will demand $350. Period. In a 69, 200 to 250, depending on the holder. Is it an NGC holder? Is it a PCGS holder? Is it an ANAC holder? Them things matter too to collectors. So just kind of give you an idea where it's at. It's going to cost you some bucks. Now, if your friend got them from the mint and then had them graded, he didn't pay that. But, I'm sure that that's fair to buy today with what the prices are selling for right now. Plain and simple. So if he needs money, that's right around the fair mark. And you can look that up for yourself. You don't have to just trust me. You can look that up for yourself. And a good place to see that is you go to the listings in the sold category on your computer for eBay. And some people say, oh, that's eBay. No, eBay does a lot of sales. And and you can only sell certain coins if they're in an ANAC, a PCGS, or NGC holders. And soon it will be CAC because CAC's going to start. It'll be a while before you start buying them anyways, but then will be the only ones recognized by eBay. They have to be recognized by eBay too to be a graded coin, or you can't sell it. Like they don't accept SEGs as a graded coin, and they don't accept other people as graded coins. They just can't sell it. They got a set of rules. So just letting you know that. All right. See you, brother. Take care. God bless. Love you. You'll be fine. If you need some help, you can always call me. I can put something together for you too if you can't handle it. Shoot me a little bit of information and I'll put something together for you if you need me to. I think you're good enough to do it yourself, but I'll always help you if you need me. Not a problem. Well, saved by Old Soul Poet tonight. Bought quite a few things tonight. He saved the night for me for my birthday, and I thank him very much for that. It's nice to know You never always expect the unexpected with some people. It's nice. And as far as CLMK is concerned, I'll check on seeing if I can get another set for around that price for you too. I ain't gonna promise you nothing because that was in my John, yes. How did the rings turn out? They didn't. That's how I'm going to answer that question. Stay tuned for a future update on the casting of rings. I think that he wasn't happy with how they came out, and so he didn't use the casted rings. And look, he's been busy, you know. So I get it. You know, a lot on his mind. And I told him, I said, well, look, when you cast them, you know, because he's going to come down next year and visit me. And I'm going to teach him how to do insets, you know, how to set stones and stuff. So I said, when you come down to visit next year, you know, have the rings done by then, and I'll teach you how to set rings. I'll show you how to set stones in the rings. And, you know, I got stones. So, you know, don't try cutting your own stones. If there's something that you want to do, or if you want to just throw a couple facets on, I'll sit you down and I'll do it with you, you know. And I can bless the rings for you then. It's not, you know, look, and I can have you renew your vows, which is simple with me. So it's not a big deal. Really isn't. So it'll be okay. Not a big deal. So, you know, I think, you know, here's the thing. When you're making something yourself, you have to be happy with it. And if you're not happy with the outcome of it, and it's something that's going to be sentimental to you, then do it until you're happy. And once you're satisfied with what you're making, that brings the most satisfaction. It doesn't really matter what other people think. I don't think that's the case. I think it has to do with he wasn't satisfied with the outcome of it. And I told him, I said, it doesn't matter. I said, when you come down, you know, you can have them done by then. And I can just bless them then. And maybe you want to put some stones in them or something. And I'll show you the different ways to put stones. And we'll use some silver and we'll cast some silver. And I'll show you. You can work on that. And then when you feel comfortable, then you can set stones. It's easy. Because I think that the rings that you make should be done by you. You know what I mean? If you're going to cast the rings, then you can set the stones in them yourself. And it doesn't, you know, it's just the meaning behind you doing it. It has nothing to do with how great it looks. I mean, it's just got to suit you. It's a part of your heart and it's a part of your labor. That's how I feel. No. You know what the word experience means? Do you guys know what the word experience means? I'll pray for you, Duff. Do you know what the word experience means? The word experience means I've failed a lot, made a lot of mistakes, right? That's what the word experience means. It means you really failed a lot. You know, you made mistakes. That's what experience means. Some people take that wrong. Ah, I'm experienced. I'm a professional. Well, you only get to be a professional because you've made a lot of mistakes to get there, right? And you're trying to perfect your art. I'm really not experienced at anything because I feel at everything. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not perfect. So I try. When I say experienced, I'm still making mistakes. You know, that's just the way it is. I'm being honest. Mm. I may be good at some things, but I'm not. I don't want to toot my own horn too much because that's when you make big mistakes. You know, I learned that when you don't overthink it or try to overdo something, no matter what it is, I think oftentimes it comes out a lot better. I don't know why that is. I think maybe because sometimes we try too hard at some things. So, you know, if I could ever give you a point of view, don't try to overthink it. Don't try to over perfect it, whatever it is that you're trying to do. You know, go easy with it. And you might find it come out a lot better. You know. All right. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it. Well, it's 10 o'clock. I'll let you boys go to bed. I know you all got to work or be working or you're tired. And I get it. I'm still a little tired because the night before yesterday, I didn't sleep very well. I was rubbing my feet in my sleep. And anybody who has restless leg syndrome and has ever rubbed their feet together, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So, you know, I slept about 4 hours and then I had to drive 2.5 hours up, 2.5 hours back, and all of that stuff. So I'm still trying to catch up. But I did want to come on for my birthday and try to sell a few things because, you know, there's a couple of coins that I want to buy. And so I'll at least be able to get something. Old Soul Poet saved the day. So I should be able to get at least one of those that I want. At least I'll try my best to get one. Because there's just some things that, you know, make me really happy. And I might have a chance at a coin that I probably wouldn't be able to get. So, you know, time's at the essence for it. Got to keep that in mind. So, I love you guys. I thank you for stopping by and wishing me a happy birthday. If you haven't seen the front of the video, I just wanted to let you know that all the proceeds that I made up until this point, we bought a bunch of stuff for Jeremy and Megan, and I gave it to them. I boxed it up. It's for Christmas time for them and the kids. And then I gave them another big box from all of the proceeds from the people who have bought stuff for their wedding present, and then also the clock. So from myself, Old Soul Poet, and CLMK, we went in on the clock together, and I built the clock. So they had a really good time. They'll be set. They're good to go. Because I really didn't know, you know, where it's going to go from November 1st to December 1st. Hopefully, some people come and maybe buy some clocks and stuff, coins and stuff like that before then. That way, I can get another, you know, maybe batch of stuff out to a local church. And if not, we don't. It's just the way it is. But I wanted to make sure that they got something nice from all of us. So that's what I did. Okay. All right. Well, I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Thank you all for stopping by. I'm going to go have a piece of that beautiful cake that Megan made me for my birthday. That carrot cake. Absolutely scrumptious. I'm going to eat the other half of my Reuben sandwich that my brother bought me for my birthday. And I'm going to slowly fall into a deep, somber sleep. So We'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Take care. Do something good for somebody. Tell them you love them. Bring them a loaf of bread, something, a little short conversation to some of the older people in your community because you know it's going to help them. With that, I'm Pastor Bob, and I'm out of here. We'll see you guys. Take care.